Howdy to all of you out in cyberspace. This was the final game between Magnus Carlsen and Wesley So at the Europe Rapid Open, and crushing defeat for Magnus. And basically, he did say in the interviews, it's the intuition. He is ever since he turned 30. I don't know. He's been not on his top shape, but you know, we are human. People are human. You had a very long range of success, and now maybe he's distracted into other things because he is not trusting his intuition. As we know, when you're doubting yourself, those doubts creeping, you're your own worst enemy. And Wesley So's interview basically said that he had not played the best chess, and yet both sides did not see or take advantage of certain weaknesses. And basically, it's interesting to see the dynamics of the human mind. It is just not a robot. You know, we all want to see, what does the engine say? What does the engine say? What does the engine say? Well, about the mind. How about the mind? How is the mind feeling? So let's keep chess a human game. We are human, and let's distinguish ourselves from robots. Robots are machines. Do we want to become machines or not? We are human, and people have their ups and downs. And so that is a part of life. It's the mental acumen, mental stamina. So here we go. Magnus plays white. Wesley So plays black. Wesley only needs a draw in order to win, as per the rules. And Magnus is do or die. He has to win this game in order to continue. But as you know, I already told you what the outcome is, so maybe that's all you wanted to know. You can shut this down and do something else, but if you want to see the game, here we go. So we go with the king's pawn. We meet with the king's pawn. And knight, bishop, knight. That's a two knights defense. I guess somebody's doing something over there, so ignore the clamoring. And we move the d-pawn, the bishop, kind of very symmetrical kind of looking here. The Gioco Pianissimo. Notice, Lichess also gives you what kind of game it was, and also gives you the stats. But let's just focus on the game. Then we move the c-pawn, castle, castle. Okay, the d-pawn is moved. We move the rook. Make you see this might possibly be an open line in the future, so we're preparing our rook to be over there. Okay, we have a move by Wesley So. Interesting. And now we have a crucial attacking move here with the bishop on g5. It's kind of pinning the knight. So how will So respond? Of course, he's got the response of attacking the bishop. Magnus drops back. He continues on the attack. Magnus continues dropping back. So what do you think? Is this is losing tempo here? Or maybe he's luring for some other attack. Let's see. Alright, bishop draws back. Knight goes. They say knight on the rim is dim, but Magnus must have some sort of idea here. So we also have So dropping back. Interesting. Now we go back here. Recalibrating. We have the pawns moving up on the board on the king's side, exposing Wesley's king a bit. Okay, we are moving up on the h pawn. Okay, we meet, so we cannot move any further, attacking again the bishop. So the bishop looks kind of crunched in. What is Magnus gonna do? He retreats. A lot of retreating here. And he's white, anyway. So we continue with the pawns. You can tell there is not much confidence here for some reason. Not much confidence. A lot of retreating, which is unusual for Magnus. And Wesley So is confident, just keeps pushing forward. We take. We move up. Take. Then we continue attacking again. We have some reduction in material, makes things more manageable. Okay, we don't, we are not taking the bishop, the knights. And so the bishop, the queen moves up, protecting this knight, an additional protector, defender. Okay, he still takes with a check, takes, exposing his king. Both kings are now exposed. Notice the queen is in a much open position with the bishop here, whereas we are blocking, and then we would be opening up another. Just the positioning seems to be better for So with the queen, like a step behind here. But we shall see what happens next. Okay, we move up to open up the queen line. So he moves down and attacks the bishop, so the queen has to reconsider what he's going to do with the bishop. He moves it back. He continues attacking the bishops. Looks like So is really attacking Magnus's bishops. Alright, we foresaw this kind of open queen move. He moves away, repositions the bishop to attack the queen. Queen moves away. Notice a pawn was taken. Reposition to attack the queen. We moved and attacked the bishop. Now we protect the bishop. We move up. So does So move up to attack? It's almost a pin, because if he moves, then we are exposing the queen. And we have the rook blocking that idea. So now he goes and attacks the rook from the other side. So he takes, check, away, moving up the bishop. There must be a bishop plan. Okay, we are still continuing here. Lots of open lines coming up, and the king is very exposed over here for white. Okay, we're doing the battery. Magnus ignores this threat, prefers to go for the battery here. And he takes. He still ignores the threat. He's concerned about getting either the bishop or the queen. What will So do? He takes the rook with the queen. And now we have less material on the board. At the same time, at any moment he can promote. By the time he's got this little issue to deal with the bishop. And now he queens with a check. So the Magnus moves down. So now he moves back up, takes the place of the queen that was just displaced or erased. He moves up with the pawn. The bishops, the rooks are eyeing each other. Now he escapes to the e file. We got another rook on the attack. Now we're going to attack the bishop by being protected by the queen. So he takes, and moves down to protect the bishop. We are very close to a check, but doesn't mean anything, because you can just take, and the queen will be gone. So he now moves down the bishop. The queen and the rook are eyeing this line, the G line. We are moving down to protect this pawn. It wants to so badly to be promoted, but it's kind of futile at this point. Kind of futile. But we continue. We still have some fight left in Magnus. Okay, he goes after the bishop. Now he goes and protects the pawn again. Seems to be a main thing to protect this pawn. He continues now on the attack, attacking both the bishop and the pawn, the almighty pawn. So he moves up the pressure, protecting the bishop with his pawn. See how pawns can still be useful. Okay, another check, another distraction from the heat of the moment here. Moves up, takes, goes and attacks again. So, and now we're repositioning again. Let's see where Wesley So is going with the positioning. He's got a great position between the queen, the bishop, and the rook. Well, this bishop has been quite inactive, and this has been so stagnant, has not been moving up the board at all, the pawn. So he decides to move down the bishop, which allows So to do a check. And now we have kind of lured the queen there, so we are now protecting with the bishop. He moves back to the h file with his queen. He finally moves the bishop because it's under attack. And now he's attacking the Magnus's king again. Moves down. Now he's got him kind of cornered here. He's trying to run away. He's got him cornered here again. Up. Corner. Check. Repeat. Check. And that was it, my friends. It very much felt like a retreating kind of mode. Emotionally not wanting to put in a fight of some sort. Kind of let's get through with this type of thing. I'm late for my date or something for Valentine's. Let's get this done. I do not know. But definitely Wesley So was much more on the attack. And sets to see. But that's how it happens in life. He has now beaten him twice, I believe on his birthday and on Valentine's Day 2021. So, congratulations, Wesley So. Magnus goes back to the drawing board. It's not easy being at the top, and you have just seen that how emotional states and your confidence level and your intuition and everything has to be on point together for the best game. So that's the beauty of chess. You get to see the top level players play, and you never know the results because we are not playing against robots. We are still human, and that's a beautiful thing. You all take care, and hope you all had a wonderful Valentine's Day 2021. Still in the middle of this pandemic of COVID-19. But thank goodness for chumps for sports like chess, where we can have some entertainment. And thank you for all those who are dedicated, both men and women out there, in continuing to promote chess all over the world. Au revoir.